Now let us get into elastic IPs. So as I have mentioned to you earlier, each EC2 instance will have a private IP and a public IP. And from private IP, a private DNS will be derived, and that private DNS is nothing but fully qualified hostname. From a public IP, a public DNS will be created. If you want to leverage the pay-as-you-go model in the cloud, and if you want to stop whenever the EC2 instance is not in use, and if you start after stopping, the default public DNS associated with the EC2 instance will be reassigned. So a new DNS and IP will be given to the EC2 instance. Hence, you will not be able to easily automate to connect to the instance as and when you want to. For those reasons, if you have to allocate a static IP on stop and starts of an instance, then you have to explore a concept called elastic IP. Before getting into the elastic IP, let me demonstrate what is the shortfall of existing public DNS. Now, if I choose the EC2 instance, go to actions and say instance state stop and click on S stop. What will happen? After a while, you will see that this public DNS is deallocated from this EC2 instance. Right now it is saying 18, 216, 220, 153. After a while, that will be gone. You can refresh. It will take up to 30 seconds to a minute. Yeah. Now it is stopped, and you can see there is no public DNS associated with it. If there is a application which will automatically connect to after starting the EC2 instance, if it uses the public DNS which was allocated to this earlier, which is nothing but this, now it will not work anymore if I restart this again. For example, if I select this again, go to actions, instance state and start and click on S start. It will take a bit of time, from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. If you keep on refreshing, at some point a public DNS will be allocated from the public IP, and that will be different from what we have earlier. Now you can see it is nothing but 18, 221, 244 and 254. This is the public IP and this is the public DNS derived from this public IP. Now if you try to compare with the earlier one, these two are different. It is 18, 216, 220, 153. And if I try to connect to this, it will not work because there is no EC2 instance which can be authenticated using this PEM file username with the public DNS which we have earlier. That's why it is taking quite a bit of time, and after a while it will give up and say that the instance does not exist. So I'm killing this. You can see it errored out saying connection timed out. Now if you want to have a static IP for these EC2 instances, whenever you stop and start again and again, to leverage the pay-as-you-go model, you have to go to elastic IP under network and security, and then say allocate new address. And these addresses come at a cost. They are not free. I think the cost is $3 per month. It's a fixed cost. Whether you have EC2 instance up and running or not, you have to pay $3 or $5, whatever cost is, as long as you have this address allocated to you, or it means you have rented a IP address for yourself. So here you just have to create by clicking on allocate and then close. So now you can see the elastic IP, which is nothing but 18.219.6.236. You can give a name. Let me give it as free tier demo, and then click on actions and say associate address, and then choose the instance to which you want to associate this public IP to, and then click on associate and then close, and then go to instances. You can also click on instances from the elastic IP itself. Earlier this was not there, but now you can see the instance to which this elastic IP is associated to. Hence I can click on this, and now if you look at public DNS and public IP, they reflect the elastic IP. Public IP is nothing but elastic IP, and public DNS is nothing but a name derived from the elastic IP. Now, no matter how many times you stop and start, as long as you associate this rented elastic IP to this EC2 instance, you will be able to connect to it without making any changes to your code. Now let me stop this EC2 instance and show you the behavior. Let me refresh. You can see it is still stopping. It will take just few more seconds. Now you can see it is stopped, but still the public DNS and public IP are not deallocated from this because we already bought it and then assigned to this EC2 instance. Now even if I start, there will be no change in the public IP. Hence we can always connect to this whenever it is up and running without worrying about changing IP address. So using elastic IP for those instances to which you will be connecting from external world is very, very important, and it can save a lot of time in automating the process of provisioning instances on AWS and using them as and when they are required. Now you can see that it is started completely, and the elastic IP is being used for this EC2 instance from which public DNS is created.